Ladies and gentlemen, we are here on a somewhat happy but somber Tuesday night after Raw is went Mania and after WrestleMania. Let's we got me here, we got Audie, we got
Yeah,
Chris.
yeah. Y'all a little sad. I saw it
Oh
happen on Monday. I was excited. I was like, yeah, they gonna keep piling on. All right, but we
no, that's not what I'm just kind of mad about. Like Cody
yeah.
losing, that's fine. That's whatever. It's the rest of the
Oh yeah.
shenanigans that's been happening making me like,
Dr. Evil is back.
yeah. But before we talk about Doctor Doom, the ugly ass mustache man, I want to shave mine off because he just makes mustaches look so horrible. Let's go ahead and talk about Wrestle freaking Mania. It was over the week. So I've only watched Saturday show. I've yet to watch Sundays. So the only match that I was able to see was, if you guys watched the live stream, was the main event. But what were you guys' favorite match? What were you guys' worst favorite match? And what are some of the highlights that you saw in WrestleMania?
I'm gonna let you go first, Chris.
Okay. Well, I would say my favorite match would probably be the SmackDown Women's Championship match. Rhea and Charlotte.
Mm-hmm.
They tore it down. Give that man Jason Jordan a raise. I seen he produced the match. I was like, get that boy a raise. That's some good stuff right there. Probably my least favorite match was probably the Hell in the Cell, to be honest. Only because I wanted Finn to win, and he kind of
Mm-hmm.
needed to win. I mean, they probably called it audible because of that ladder shot, but I don't think it was. I think they wanted Edge to win that match just for it to be a blow off. But other than the ending of that match, the actual Hell in a Cell match is pretty good. But I think overall it's still a good weekend. A good 2 nights of wrestling.
It was a fantastic 2 nights of wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Match of the night. Well, match of the event has to go to Charlotte and Rhea. It was just phenomenal. The showcases were amazing. Dominic is number 2 as far as heels in WWE. This nigga came back. Look, he came to WrestleMania in a corrections van, meaning that he got arrested sometime between SmackDown and his event, and they let him out just to wrestle. And apparently he's a fugitive because he ain't go back. So he a fugitive for the law now. So that's all I'm saying. Like, I don't think you can get as much heel as that. But if I had to go through my favorite match of the night, it was the main event. It is the main event. Reason why is because I fucking called it. Everybody was like, oh no, he gotta be Cody. No, it ain't gotta be Cody. It don't. It has to be Roman. But I'm hearing people now today. This is Tuesday for the people that are listening. I'm hearing people now today trying to rationalize why they did that. Y'all ain't got to rationalize.
But
Y'all
you
can just
rationalize.
no. I need you to let me finish. Don't be interrupting my gloat. You was wrong. There's only 2 people that was right here. You was wrong. Okay.
My bad. My bad. Go ahead. Go ahead.
As I was saying, y'all don't have to rationalize it. Y'all can just hop on this podcast, hit the like, the subscribe, comment, and say Darius was right, Audie was right, because he called this a month ago at the latest. Our fantasy booking episode, that was what, February 18th?
Believe so.
Yeah, I've been calling it since then. And I probably was saying it a little bit before then, but that's just me.
I think you started saying it right after Cody won.
After the Royal Rumble. It wasn't gonna be him. Yeah,
Mhm.
I think when I predicted it, I also said that as Cody's not gonna win. He's just gonna be another victim. Because we said that he was gonna come in at 30. We said that he was gonna win. And I don't know if I said that. I don't know then, but I know that after that, I've been saying it. So if you want to know why, we done got at least 4 episodes in on why, because I done said it on every episode since then. It was good for the business. Cody, it wasn't earned, because even now y'all trying to explain. No. Y'all trying to explain, oh, you got to build up everything else. Like I heard Simon Miller on What Culture. Awesome guy. He was talking about how everybody else has to be built up. That was the same issue with Cody. Cody didn't come in. He had to be built up. This journey is about to be crazy. But I just had to go on my little gloat because people call me a psycho. People say I don't know nothing about wrestling. And this was not a Vince move. And even if it was a Vince move, Vince been on wrestling for over 60 years. So even if I don't know wrestling, I know Vince. But this is a Triple H move, so I know wrestling. That's all I'm saying. I wouldn't be here if we didn't know wrestling.
Okay, so are you done? Are you done? Can I put mine?
Oh yeah, you could jump in.
Okay, so my favorite match I would have to say would be, because I've only gone through the first night of WrestleMania, but I know a lot of us thought that Sami Zayn and KO should have been the main event, which they should.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Story was the best story,
Yes.
but I feel like Rhea and Charlotte were like, "Oh, y'all aren't going to make us the main event, so we are legitimately going to show our ass, and in a good way." And they had a phenomenal match.
I said it was
Like,
the best women's match of the year.
yeah,
Yeah.
to the point even Cornette was like, "That's the best women's match he's probably ever seen."
Yeah.
And yes, I listened to Cornette. Everybody, I'm
I
not a crazy person. I've worked for the man, and
he has knowledge. He's been
yeah,
in the game. Yeah. I mean, even for all as much shit that I talk about Eric Bischoff, I listen to him because he knows what he's talking about. But when you're in this game, the elders do know something.
Respect
The game
that's
is,
everything.
yeah. The game has changed a little bit, but not enough to where they don't recognize it.
And then my least favorite match, and I think it's just because I've only gone through so much of it. I would say would be the Austin Theory match. You seen it?
I can understand that.
Granted, they had to play it safe anyway because one, John Cena was trying to get the hell up out of there, and two, he's currently on a set of Barbie. So
Yeah.
he had way too much stuff to film. He did put over Austin Theory, which great, awesome. I'm happy about. There was no need for him to actually win the title. But again, I think it's since I haven't seen the second night, which I'll probably watch that later on tonight. I'll have to go with that. One of the funniest things that I saw, which at first I hated, then I thought it was funny, was that Shane McMahon had came back at the second night. Oh,
What line?
and y'all didn't tell me that he hurt himself.
Why would we ruin the surprise?
That's true. Like, and
Hey.
I've been seeing the memes of like him being crossed over by Harden and stuff, going down. I mean, it sucks that he tore his quad or whatever, but thank God.
Like father, like son.
We don't need him in wrestling. I feel like at that moment, that's when I was just like, "Yep, Vince is back."
Yeah. All the more reason LA Knight should have been in that position.
Yes.
Supposedly, he had something to do at WrestleMania, but they cut it.
Of course. They don't like success.
And for the love of God, I love Snoop Dogg. I love the man. He's the dog father. Stop letting him do wrestling moves.
Yeah, that was
that
smooth.
elbow was smooth. Though,
it
man.
was long, but it was smooth. It was like cognac. Just, but he's also so tall, so it was like it took him a minute to actually get down there. Yeah, but his run was, oh god, it's better than the Frog Splash.
Just barely. Just barely.
But let's go through the rankings. Not the rankings, but the our guesses. So, do I have a pen? Yes. Do I have this? Yes. Boom.
Oh, I do want to say the most emotional match of the night was the Sami Zayn and the Usos when they won it. I know people just wanted to shed tears, like, because it was an emotional moment, and they was getting their ass beat. I was like, I know they're not about to bury him like this. I know they not, because they was getting their ass beat the entire night.
So we're just gonna briefly kind of run through the winners and losers. And it's not in any particular order. The Ray versus Dominic match, all of us are wrong. They gave it to Ray.
Yeah.
They would have gave it to Dom, but
They
I
should've.
mean, seeing what they're doing with Bad Bunny and everything in Backlash.
That was an unforeseen thing that changed up the game a lot.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And look, he might be here a little while longer. I mean, he's gonna be up leading up to Puerto Rico. So I'm planning on seeing him soon. Again,
that's so crazy because Logan Paul and Bad Bunny have a little bit of a beef going on.
Ooh, this is about to get good. This SummerSlam might be amazing in Detroit.
And all I'm gonna say is, Logan Paul, keep your mouth shut about stuff you don't understand. Bad Bunny's actually from Puerto Rico. You are a white boy from White Land who just moved to Puerto Rico for the tax cuts. Shut your damn mouth, boy. But anyways, sorry. The men's showcase match. Chris picked the Street Profits. I picked the Viking Raiders. Audi picked Alpha Academy.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
During the women's showcase match, all three of us were right because the Beat a Bitch tour won. I don't like it how on Raw they had. Okay, go ahead, sorry.
No, you can say what you say about Raw. I'm not. Just watch it. Just watch it.
Well, no, about the women's tag team match.
No, go ahead. I'll shut up. Then just go ahead.
I don't like it that they're they're going to give the number one contendership spot for the tag team titles to. You know what? They gave it to the Street Profits. Did the Street Profits have it for the title last night?
Mm-hmm.
They did.
Okay. And then they're like, oh, for the women's, they're going to do a number one contendership against two teams that lost.
Yeah. Why?
Vince.
And we'll get to Raw in a second.
Mm-hmm.
For the IC title, me and Audi picked Gunther, while Chris chose Sheamus.
I knew Gunther was gonna win. I just wanted to be different.
For the Hell in a Cell match, Audi got it with Edge winning. With the Lesnar Omos match, I won it because you really thought they were going to give a match with Omos. Okay. For the 6-woman tag, all three of us were wrong because we thought Damage Control was going to have it.
Yeah, because Vince.
But then again, we might have some news with Damage Control that we'll talk about in a little bit. For the Raw Women's title, I was the only one that was wrong because I chose Asuka. And while we're at it, we all wish the family of the little contortionist who performed with Bianca Belair, like, all our thoughts and prayers. We all found out that her mother had passed away that morning, and for her to actually go out there and still perform with her group, just shows like she has that EST energy, that black girl magic energy, and yeah, just thoughts and prayers to her and her family.
Yes.
For the tag team title, we all picked Sami Zayn and KO, so not that dumb. For SmackDown women's title, we all chose Rhea Ripley. The Seth match, we all picked Seth. So that's a good.
Even though KSI, I don't know why KSI made that match for me. I don't know why. It's weird.
No, that was the. You mad, bro?
You mad, bro?
KSI better never ask for a boxing match again after the promo or the little promo board that they have for the Prime thing, where he's looks like he's on his knees and Logan Paul has the Prime thing by his dick.
Oh.
And then he came in as a little Prime bottle. Boy, you shut up.
KSI from California, right?
No, he's from England.
No. Okay. Let's say. Yeah, I see.
Stay
I
over
get it.
at the ponds. Your little fruitcake. Not that anything's wrong with being gay or anything. He's just annoying, like his friend. We all chose Theory to win the US match. And you and Chris Audi chose the main event. So,
Yes, we did.
In first place, no, I'm gonna go in another order. In last place,
I like this.
it's me.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I can't take no more L's, man.
In second place, and I had 7 right. In second place with 8 right, we got Chris. And in first place with 9 right matches, Audi.
Thank you. Thank you. Throw my twos. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and I gotta throw out the ones too. Yeah.
But where do we go in the Roman Reigns thing? Because like, who do they have to beat Roman?
All right, I'm gonna let y'all go because
as of right now, there is no one to face Roman at Backlash. There's no one to face him at SummerSlam. The only person close was Brock Lesnar, and Brock Lesnar can't go for the title anymore. There's Sami Zayn and KO. But both of them are tied up with the tag team titles. So if they're smart, they're not going to they can still intertwine with it, but not really intertwine with it.
Yeah.
And then they just fucked over Cody. And see, here's the reason why I wanted Cody to win, and the reason why I thought he should win. This is the same thing with Cody's going through the same thing that Lex Luger went through on his first stint with the WWE. They kept him strong, had him beating people, had him pushed like he was going to be the champion. And then at the last second, he lost. And he lost again, and he lost again. To the point where the fans stopped believing in him. And that's when Lex Luger stopped believing in himself. Nobody thought that Lex Luger could win the title because he kept losing. And the WWE pushing him as the mega face, but you're still constantly not letting him win the big one. And I'm afraid that's what they're slightly doing with Cody is oh, we're going to put you in the main event picture, but, we're just not going to give you the title. And then when he does win the title, it's not going to mean as much as if it was if they would have gave the title to Sami Zayn. would have meant a lot because there's a story to it. They would have given it to him at WrestleMania. There's more of a story to it. Now he's back on the chase. I get it, but it's still not going to mean as much unless as it would at WrestleMania.
Okay. So, Chris, you got anything to say? Because I'm.
I mean, I still think Cody the guy to beat Roman. I just need some, adversity from him. I need him like he can even beat Brock for all I care. I mean, I don't know how likely that is, but
I mean, you've brought up, Jey Uso is going to win. I highly doubt they're going to put the title on Jey or Jimmy. Highly doubt it. They might let him challenge for it, maybe, but he again is just cannon fodder to this 1,000 days. Because I get it, but WWE kind of shot themselves in the foot. Like, cool, you wanted to have Roman Reigns win both titles. Oh, we now want to separate the titles. How do we do it? Oh, you now want to keep the titles on him for the 1,000 days plus mark. But then again, you still have like, how do we break these titles up? Because USA wants their own titles, Fox wants their own titles. Roman Reigns doesn't go on Mondays. Like he's not wrestling on a Monday. He'll barely wrestle on a Friday. And what are you gonna do? Give him like the Brock treatment when he had the world titles? I mean, technically they kind of are, but he's at least showing up. When Brock had it, he was showing up once a month.
All right.
maybe twice.
Okay. So, here's a couple things. One, Cody would have went the Hangman route after he won the championship. Because on top of you saying that who would be next, who would it is, he's the top face in the game, and your second biggest name is now tag champ. Your second biggest heel right now ain't ready with Dominic. Seth, that story is there. But after that, I mean, everybody has to be built up. That's the biggest problem right now. Anybody that is going to challenge for that championship going to have to be built up anyway. So, Cody not winning builds that adversity that a lot of people, I won't say a lot of people, that some people think that he doesn't have. He didn't have the adversity. He didn't have the year of fighting to get to this point. So now this will be the whole nother year of fighting to get to this point, right? I am still saying Jey because what everybody is trying to say is that, the Bloodline story, they can have Jey fight, and it doesn't even have to be for the belt. Like, they could have put it on Cody, and this whole Bloodline story could have finished out Jey at SummerSlam versus Roman with fighting for the head of the table. The head of the table don't matter if Roman not champion. This whole Bloodline story breaks down as soon as Roman loses. So let's say they took him off the championship. They took the belt off of Roman, and then they want to continue with his Bloodline story. This whole Bloodline story will be a nice little story, but it's going to fall by the wayside just because the one stake that is at the one stake that matters is gone. So the Bloodline story still has to have the belt in it. Okay. Cody,
Sure.
Going back to Cody, they were not going to have the top face in WWE lose to the AEW guy. That wasn't going to happen outright. if he would have earned it in this year, it would have changed the story. But that wasn't going to happen. There's nobody else other than the person that pinned him when he first came to WWE. This whole story has to end with the bloodline breaking down and Roman losing everything to the person that he put through the most on. Right?
Sure.
Jay doesn't have to be the top guy because he can be a transitional champion. People are looking at the WWE Universal title and all of this as the next person that's going to do it has to be somebody that is so big that it feels like it's worth it. When in all actuality, the story makes everything worth it, which is why Jay works in that situation. He ain't got to have nobody for backlash. He has to have, I mean, you know, they'll put somebody there for him. They'll put, I guess with the whole thing at Raw, Paul Heyman probably gave his word to Brock, and now he gets another match for Backlash. That could be a Backlash storyline or whatever, right? But
Brock can't go for the title until Roman Reigns loses it.
they can do some wag. I'm saying, like, I don't know what's going on because all of this is like crazy, but bro, there's a reason why Brock turned on Cody. There's a reason why Brock turned on Cody. And Paul Heyman sending the Usos away, and he's saying, I took care of it. That could be, hold on one second.
That could be the end of it all.
Oh, but I mean, they have people like Seth Rollins, and our boy Bobby Lashley who got screwed.
Yeah.
Let's just put it to the forefront.
Yeah.
He got the Bray Wyatt curse set on him. And maybe him or Seth can challenge for the title. They also need to bring the Hurt Business back. But I mean, now that Vince is back in charge, that's not happening.
Yeah. But the thing is,
more depression.
The thing is that the story outweighs the face. One of the biggest things that WWE wanted to do was make sure that nobody is bigger than the brand. So one thing that Triple H has done is made sure that the story is the big part. We done added layers on top of layers on top of layers onto the Bloodline story to where that has to resolve itself. And Jay is the person that is going to resolve it. Roman losing. Think about this. The majority of Roman matches is always interference, right?
Mm-hmm.
To the point where now it's getting frustrated, right? So now he loses Jay and Jimmy and Solo, and Jay is the one fighting. Who is going to interfere? There won't be no interference. This will take everything that Roman has, that we come to know Roman for, and flip him on his head to where this is something legitimate. So there's no way that anybody is going to win as long as the bloodline is around. And the only way he can lose is if the bloodline's not there. And the only way that the bloodline won't be there is if they're fighting with each other. And that is his most vulnerable. That's where he's his weakest. And that is what's going to happen at SummerSlam. And Jay wins is going to be this whole big story about, oh, this is great, but where do we go next? Cody could win to take over. And then a year down the line is Roman coming back and saying, I want what's rightfully mine. You never beat me, this, that, and the third. Cody can get that, and it can all close out.
SummerSlam, I don't see that. Jay isn't big enough for it. Jay's my guy. Like a lot of Usos. Jay versus Roman Reigns, I don't think is that marquee SummerSlam main event.
if everything start breaking down with the bloodline, that is going to be the biggest story in wrestling. Just like the bloodline has been the biggest story in wrestling for what, almost 3 years? 3 years? Like, and so the resolve of this might be it. That is the story. It ain't gotta be the person to be in the marquee. The story is the marquee. And that's what a lot of people are missing. I mean, because let's be honest, for as great as, let's see, who would be one of the people? Mick Foley. Mick Foley, one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. That story of him finally being him finally getting it was such a big story, even though at that time he wasn't the big name in there. He was working his way up there. Mankind was great. Him teaming up with The Rock was great, but him teaming up with The Rock came after. He wasn't that guy. He wasn't what everybody thought was going to be the big name. But because the story that everybody felt with Mankind as he was going on was happening, it was like, oh my God, this can't be. So we done seen on several different occasions where people that weren't even the big names, and let's put it on somebody that wasn't big and didn't deserve it. But because of the story, it made sense. We understood it. Jinder Mahal.
No, that wasn't the story. That's because they were going to India.
That's the story, and that's the story. Like, you don't.
Story.
It was a convoluted story. We're putting it on this guy. We're going to Saudi Arabia. He is the pride of Saudi Arabia. He will not be the biggest name, but because that country held that so dear, that went. Oh, yeah, talking about gender. And it wasn't even worth it.
One, he's Canadian.
Not talking about
Indian roots. And then two, it wasn't the story. They legit were pandering because they wanted to
get a deal with India.
Okay. Yeah, get a deal with India.
Okay, so when you are telling a story for the face to win, aren't you pandering? Like, everything with wrestling is about pandering, and everything should make sense. And they got to give the fans what they want. And it was this big thing.
But that was like, this is pandering, and then they pandered.
No. Wait. All I'm showing is the two big extremes. That's all I'm really showing. I'm not even showing like, oh, this was Mankind winning was because everybody rocked with him and thought that it would never happen. And oh my God, it's about to happen. Jinder winning is because, all right, we got this big thing that is about to happen. We need to do this. And so it's just the two. One really wasn't deserving. The other one was deserving, but he wasn't the big name. But I'm only showing that it can be done. Ace, come in. It can be done. And all I'm saying, and out of all of that, the closest thing to Mankind is the Jey Uso story. That story will make that championship worth it. Even if it's just for that night. It'll make the championship worth it.
You get cash in on.
And then I feel like that's how Roman Reigns is going to lose. Someone's going to cash in on him.
Yeah, it ain't happening. Because as long as the bloodline is around, and the only way that it won't do it, the only way the bloodline won't be around is if they're backbiting, if they're fighting each other. That's the only way that any person, if they take all of the emotion out of it, look at the business aspect of it, look at the story aspect of it, they see that this is the only way for it to go. There ain't really too much else that you can do. There ain't nobody else that is worthy except Jay, just because of the story. And once that story is done, everything is right with the world, and you still can have Cody. Brock it opens up the floodgates. You got Cody. Brock can now go for the championship. You can bring Drew and Sheamus back. Everybody will look like they're fresh. And you got a whole bunch of people that can go for Cody in that. Because Cody is going to be the next one. Or Cody don't even have to be the next one. It could be Brock. And this whole thing could be done until after SummerSlam. Brock can fight for the title and Cody can win over him. And he could slay all of the giants until Roman comes back, and that'd be the one thing. And then he could retain. He can be an end steal at WrestleMania with Cody Rhodes instead of Roman. But to say that, they shot themselves in the foot, they wrote themselves into a corner. If we maintain the story, the corner ain't there, because if this is going to be the end game, it's going to be that. And everybody is going to have mixed feelings, other than the fact that Jay winning put the end to the bloodline, and that was the only way that it can end. Champion or not, they'll probably have mixed feelings about that. But if the championship belt ain't there, it ain't going to matter. That whole bloodline story is going to fall apart without the championship.
The whole bloodline storyline doesn't need the championship, really.
The whole issue is Roman being the head only cares about him maintaining his championship. Jay is the family guy. If he loses the championship, Roman loses the power in the bloodline. Everybody will come for his head then. Solo could even go for it.
And then that's when you actually have the matches. It's like, oh, I don't have your title more. Boom, what are you guys doing? You guys lost the titles too. Solo, what have you been doing? I got to get my titles back. And that's when they're just like, you know what? No, you're not the head of the head of the table. You're just an ordinary man.
But now we're going back into the fandom and caring. You can't care. Like, I mean, how can I say? The caring of the entire situation. They lose the championship, nobody is going to care about the bloodline story. It becomes the subplot to everything instead of it being the must-see TV that it is now. So that's where the issue falls. You can do the story without it. But everybody will say bloodline story ain't been the same since Roman lost the championship.
Okay, there it is. Yeah, but still, tomato. We're just gonna have to see at the end of the day what happens. Audi has his points. I have mine. You decide. Tell us in the comments. Tell us on Twitter. Tell us on our Instagram. The number three, Count Pod on your Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and pretty soon we're going to have it back on our Facebook.
Yeah, I gotta add it there. But yeah, that we're gonna be having this conversation for all the way up until it actually happens. Yeah. But while everybody is trying to figure it out, know that I've been on this kick for some months now. So
you did say that with WWE attempting to sell that they need a marquee name. And well, ladies and gentlemen, guess what's happened? WWE has been sold to the Endeavor Group, the same company that owns the UFC. And the Endeavor Group has combined both companies to, I think, a $21 billion company.
Mm-hmm.
And now Vince McMahon is back in charge of creative. Nick Khan is still going to be the president. Triple H has lost all creative opportunities. He's just the COO. Basically, what everybody's saying is that he's just a back office guy now. And there is, however, a law firm that has announced its investigation into the sale of the WWE. But how do you guys feel about all of that? Oh, at which the Endeavor Group holds 51% of the shares in WWE, while 49% is left to all the stakeholders. And we also do know that Vince McMahon has the most shares and the voting shares, I should say, within the WWE, regardless. So, yes, going back to the question, how do you feel? React.
Ugh. How you come back? First of all, you come back in period. This man took a good weekend and the span of 12 hours over Monday just soured the whole internet wrestling community. Like, it's just
Not just
and his handprints is all over Raw. You could just watch the first like hour of that show and it's like, yeah, Vince is back.
yeah. How many wrestling matches was on Raw? 5.
Look,
Hold on. I will tell you.
At the tag
You
match.
guys can
Yeah.
keep talking, and I'll
Okay.
tell you.
I know the very first match was Almost versus Elias, which didn't make no sense at all. It was
Not
like
at all.
a minute 30.
Almost an Elias, Rey Mysterio, Austin Theory,
Yeah.
Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn versus the Street Profits. Mustafa Ali versus Bobby Lashley.
Make no
Liv
sense
Morgan
either.
and Raquel versus somebody.
Damage Control.
Oh, okay. Damage Control. Sorry, I love you guys. And then, yeah, 5.
Yeah, because Brock wasn't really a match.
Mhm.
Yeah, so 5 in the span of 3 hours. and the Omos and Elias match wasn't 2 minutes. This is
The first hour was commercial free. So you knew that it was going to be some bullshit.
man. Listen,
Shoot.
the only
Roman and Cody took up the first half an hour.
yeah. This is definitely Vince's hand. I mean, even Seth came out and
Oh my God.
it looked like Seth came out and before he actually really started, they told him like, yeah, you gotta go. Like,
Yeah, no, they definitely posted that this segment got cut during the commercial break.
so he came out to hear everybody singing and just left.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Literally
Yeah.
what happened. I was like, what? Where'd he going? Didn't say
Yeah.
nothing. Just got to the ring and left. I was like, okay.
Yeah. But this was probably the worst day in wrestling. Just because of everything that we've come to see over this last 9 months and the potential of everything. So now we go from
It's a fever
that,
dream.
right? We go from that long-term booking, right, to stories that can be dropped in a shit during commercial break.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. I was listening to a few reports and of like What Culture and Observer. They were rewriting the script for Raw 15 minutes before Raw. They were still doing it, and supposedly during Raw, they were still doing rewrites. So
Yeah.
if that's not Vince McMahon, like in a nutshell,
Yeah.
You hear that? You hear that when Triple H was taking over?
nope.
No.
People
Yeah.
were excited to come to work because they felt like they wouldn't have to. No, please. People knew it's like, all right, we've had this done for like a day or two. There aren't going to be any rewrites unless it's super big.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
it's to the point where even the morale in the roster has very much declined.
Yeah.
We've had two members of the Schism, the Grizzled Young Vets, that
Oh,
asked for their release and was granted it. Um,
you talk about a tag team that was wasted. Good Lord. They were so good in NXT.
um, Supposedly, our girl Bailey has been thinking about leaving,
Mhm.
and it's just
They didn't even mention her on commentary, by the way. Part of damage control.
Yeah.
Like, it's no mention of Bailey.
Yeah, it don't make sense. Like, in all serious, like, this is probably one of the biggest fumbles because, all right, the owner of whatever the group name is, the owner of the that just bought WWE, right?
Oh, Endeavor.
Endeavor is now Vince's boss. They got 51%. So Vince is, my thought was Vince got somebody to answer to. So when this starts falling off, Vince can't just right the wrongs. He's about to get vetoed over some shit, right? But here, seeing the comments that was made, and I'm pulling it up right now.
Yeah, he said like
well,
who was heading creative. He's like that's in Vince's lane. I'm like, oh, here we go.
Yeah, dang it. Oh wait, here we go.
well,
Nope,
real
that's
quick.
not him. Go ahead.
So I'm looking at Will Culture's website, and they're like, whereas several episodes of Raw under Triple H's had a creative finished hours, even more than a day before airtime. The Raw after WrestleMania saw a ton of late changes, according to Fightful Select. Originally, two triple threat matches to name a new challenger for the Raw Women's Championship were slated on the show. Those were scrapped in favor to have the tag team match for the number one contenders for the WWE or Women's WWE Championship. Like,
Yeah. Well, it. Yeah. What's his name? I'm looking at it right now. Ari Emanuel. Emmanuel.
yeah,
Yeah. What he said was that I can't find the article, but they were saying that he pretty much forced Vince to stay. That's what he said. He forced Vince to stay.
Ain't
He was
that
saying that he gotta, this is what he's been doing. He's been looking around the corner for like the last 50 years, and to have somebody like that on your team is you can't just let him go. So he's forcing them to stay. Those words are going to be watched closely by me because you're happy now because you're doing all this cannon fodder because you made the sale. You're trying to keep the shareholders happy. Vince 99%. I mean, the majority shareholder, but you still got your business. And once this starts going downhill, those words are going to age like milk because I don't see him keeping him for 15 years. I don't see him lasting. I don't see Vince lasting a year. And he might not last a year depending on how this investigation go or any other thing that comes up about any of his other misdeeds because there's still that in the ether.
well, I mean, he did basically blackmail himself back into the
Yep.
fold, saying that
Extortion.
he wasn't going to sign off on any new TV deals or
Mm-hmm.
the sale unless he was back. And the moment he came back, the absolute moment, everyone knew that it was only a small amount of time before Vince
Yeah.
would be back. Like no one thought that by the time SummerSlam came, that he wouldn't be already be back in charge.
Yeah. Well, hopefully Ari is working him. And he's just trying to get all this deal in order because he even though he knows about pay-per-views and buys and a little bit of TV stuff. He normally let Dana for the UFC side to do all that. Him letting Vince take care of it, Vince probably is the person that would get the best TV deal. Probably. But after that TV deal is signed, what's to stop him from, hey, you should retire again.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully it's a work. But if it's not a work, it's about to be.
If I hear that word one more time, stop it.
No, Dan, listen, I'm trying to keep hope in here because we done had 9 magical months of just great storytelling. WWE getting back to the business of wrestling while still maintaining their sports entertainment. Things have been equally athletic, as funny, as emotional. Like they really kept us entertained, and it is literally it's an episodic TV show that is treated like a soap opera. We done grew up to our parents watching soap operas. We done seen soap opera stories last for 2-3 years before they finally get a resolution and goes, what Vince was doing was old cartoon shit, short-term stories, and it has no effect on what's going on with the big picture. It's like it's like Scooby-Doo. We went from Scooby-Doo to General Hospital back to Scooby-Doo. Like this is, and I would have been like, oh, maybe this could still work out if Raw didn't happen the way that it happened.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm praying, Ari, don't let this stay, because you will lose viewership.
For months after Vince had left, they kept saying like, hey, and even when Vince had came back, that he would not be a part of creative.
Mm-hmm.
To the point where Vince was like, he would not be in the weeds of the creative process.
Monday morning. He said it Monday morning and Monday night. This is what he was doing. God.
Lying to the people.
What type of business, man?
And it's just bad.
On the bright side, we may get Bailey in AEW soon. We may, because a couple of contracts are up throughout this year and going into next year. There's a couple of contracts that are up, and hopefully, maybe some of these people will jump ship. And then they go to Ring of Honor, they go to they go to AEW, they go to Impact. Shit, some of them go to New Japan, and I would not be mad at all, because what Vince failed to realize is that the landscape has changed. If niggas ain't happy, they'll walk out. Like, even today, some of his employees that is in the back office, in the back of the house, they not happy, they'll walk. So
they said somebody at the it was 2 people, they didn't give no names, but it was at least one of them was at like the top of the card. Like
I'm looking at that right now.
If Vince staying in creative, they might ask for their release.
Yeah,
I don't blame them.
I don't blame them either. Like,
I'm assuming it's Bray Wyatt, but that's just me.
No, I feel like Bray Wyatt has already asked for his release.
Yeah, he said, "This is happening." Oh no, I catch y'all later.
He seen him come in that one time.
Yeah,
like, nope, gotta go.
Wait, who's the guy with the mustache? That's not Vince, is he? He's at the gorilla. Him. God damn. You know what? I catch y'all later.
Yep, that's exactly when he walked out.
Yeah, yeah, Bobby, you got it. That match that we had, you got it. I don't even want to. Yeah, no, this is just ridiculous.
I'm looking at the about the law firm that's investigating the WWE. It's like they're looking at stuff like the WWE stock being valued too low in the merger. that the transaction agreement unreasonably limits competing bids for the WWE and kind of basically the conduct of the WWE board and if it's fulfilling the duties of all the shareholders. So, I mean, but granted, Vince McMahon's best friend and his wife's ex-lover, Trump, gets away with everything. So,
Yeah.
I highly doubt anything will happen.
Okay.
I just wish all the superstars the greatest of luck.
Yeah. You know who
But
ain't jumping
yeah,
ship to WWE? Jay White.
that's what I was asking. Like, I asked that on our social media pages. Like, if you were Jay White right now, would you even want to go to the WWE? And my thought process was no.
No. See, here's the thing. When Triple H had it, it was a wrestler controlling WWE, right? Tony Khan is a fan controlling WWE. I mean AEW, my fault. Controlling AEW. Looking at that, I would want to go where the wrestler that know all the nuances of it
Sure.
to get there, right? But then you got a megalomaniac who is now running WWE again. I, as a wrestler, would much rather go where the fan is instead of going where this guy who already has a history of keeping morale so low that everybody's afraid of being fired, is in charge of the final decision, and his decision changes like the wind. A person that thinks he's a wrestler and puts themselves in positions to where if you was a regular wrestler, you probably get your ass whooped, but because he's the boss, they just laugh it off like, oh, that's just Vince. Yeah, I ain't dealing with that stressful area. I'm going where the fan is. And I'll talk to him and see where his head is. And then I'll throw my little wrestling knowledge into what's going on. Because honestly, a lot of the wrestlers in AEW, part of the reason why AEW, I said it in the group chat, is a dumpster fire right now, is because everything is so chaotic, because everybody has ideas and everybody is trying them out and they're fleshing everything out. And there's nothing that is really consistent. There's nothing that is really, solid.
Okay.
There's no foundation there. And because there's no foundation there, you just got great matches where the story is becoming a little bit disinteresting. But you also have a bunch of wrestlers that don't mind saying, hey, like Bryan Danielson, I just want to wrestle. I don't even care about the belt. I just want to wrestle. You got Jon Moxley, who will put any and everybody over as long as it makes sense. You done got Jericho, that if you get in the story with him, you get if you're a newcomer, you get all the prestige that goes with it. I mean, you have a roster that is willing to give. So I would much rather go there instead of where Vince is. I'm so upset.
Won't even be on the card.
And like, even with this current Raw, the second match was Rey Mysterio versus Theory. And with the first hour of Raw being commercial free, I believe this is where they had like the first commercial, but Dom ended up attacking Austin Theory, or not Austin Theory. Austin Theory somehow got the win. I still need to watch the rest of it.
Yeah, he got him clean. Well, no, he got distracted by Judgment Day, but.
And then they started setting up for Backlash, where although Damian Priest might be Puerto Rican, he's not going to be allowed back in Puerto Rico.
Yeah,
what he did to the Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
Which I guess there's talk that it's going to be Dom and Priest versus Ray and Bad Bunny at Backlash, which I don't want that. Though it
Really?
would be a good match,
Yeah.
I want the newly formed LWO versus the Judgment Day
Mm,
with Ray in LWO's corner.
yeah, maybe.
But like in the first hour, we had 2.5 matches, and one match was 30 seconds. And again, like we've been saying, we're probably going to say this a lot. That had Vince McMahon's nasty, mustachy ass hands all
Oh,
over.
yep.
Okay. Let me ask y'all this question. Because I'm like really in disbelief over everything that has transpired.
No, Vince McMahon's mustache does not look cool. He
I don't
looks
give
like
I
one of
gives
those nasty porn guys.
I gives no he looks like he's trying to look like Gomez Adams in the original in the Adams family with what's his name? Raul. I can't remember his name. Oh, I just had his name because that's exactly he looked like Gomez Adams if he was 70 something. But my question is, do we really believe that Vince is so egotistical that
Yes.
he will run his company to the ground, even though there's proven success in Triple H's work?
Yeah.
Yes.
If it ain't his idea, he don't want it. He literally did that with NXT.
Yes.
This is
Think-
just
NXT just now getting back to being good.
this is just
I
ridiculous.
was about to go to NXT 3.0.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And he probably would try to kill that too.
yeah.
Hell, even
Or put
I
like a
forget,
flamingo in it.
Raquel had said something about when NXT went to 2.0, everybody was like confused on what was going on. There were no like directions.
Yeah.
So like I believe the NXT 2.0 is what the original Raw was when it
Mhm.
first came out, or the original WWE. It was a bunch of characters, and everybody had to play a certain character. No one could just be,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's definitely what it is. And I'm just okay.
And Lexi Lane's about to be pushed even further,
How
or Lexi Evans.
Yeah.
I can't even form my words. Like I was trying to just keep me so happy with this whole WrestleMania because it's about to be another 15 years of trash. Um, Triple H need to put a pillow over his head. Like just seriously, let's just end this right now.
He ain't gonna
Because
make it. He ain't gonna make it to the end of the year. I'm sorry.
no, like seriously, like think about okay. Do you think that Vince is still upset about the curtain call?
Oh,
Not
probably.
anymore.
Because
I
it seems like since then it's okay. It's like Triple H just keeps doing things to piss him off. He did the curtain call. He had to work his way back up there. He didn't want Stephanie to date wrestlers, and this is what's going on. Like he marries into the game. He comes in and he takes over the NXT. NXT becomes more reputable as a brand of good shows than Raw. He decides that he wants to take over in that. He loses his job. Triple H take over and undo everything he did for the last 15 years and just made it good and now he's taking it to just destroy it again. I think he harbors a lot of hatred for Triple H. I think he just does things to spite Triple H.
There's something there.
Yeah, there's something. I feel like if it's not his idea, because even I feel like I forget who said this, but they're like, one, when it comes to wrestlers, if they've never worked in the WWE, they have to be like introduced to Vince through some way because he doesn't pay attention to anything else, supposedly. And that I lost my train of thought.
You were saying that any new wrestlers got to be introduced to Vince through a third party.
Well, no, I know that.
I was trying to help you get your thought back together.
Oh no, I shouldn't have said that part first. Oh yeah, basically the way you get something over with Vince is to make it seem like he was the one that came up with the idea. So seeing that he didn't come up with any of these ideas, he's gonna no, I didn't come up with it. I got to do it my way.
That's why you hate Bray Wyatt.
Yeah, that's exactly why he hates Bray Wyatt. But I just really think that it is. I don't know how you can make $1 billion by being that guy. Any business, it really takes a team.
Mm-hmm.
And he's gotten $1 billion off the backs of people that are willing to go to war for him. And he don't respect them. Dog, you know Triple H could have just been in so many different places.
Yeah.
But he sticks with Vince through all of this. Vince browbeat him, sent him back down. Stone Cold would have never happened if it wasn't for Triple H. Fuck it up. He wasn't gonna punish Shawn Michaels. He couldn't punish Razor or Diesel. And so he got the short end of the stick, and it's like he's been beating them ever since. And hey, saran wrap just over his mouth and nose. That's all I'm saying. Like, we gotta, and I'm joking. I don't really mean this. I gotta give a disclaimer. I'm joking. I don't really mean this, but Vince needs to not be where he's at right now. And if he decides that he wants to take over the majority, when there's a long story forming, he needs to just relent to, hey, please just take this. I'll let this be your baby, Triple H. Take over the Bloodline story. Take over, like, let him do that. But he's not going to do that because Vince's ego is an egomaniac. He's a psycho. He's a spoiled little bitch boy. And I'm just heartbroken. I said that, and I know that we going along, and I'm gonna shut the fuck up after I say this. But I said AEW made me fall back in love with wrestling. Triple H made me fall back in love with WWE. Like, this has been the most amazing, the most fun I've had in WWE in the longest time. And to see it go, because it's gonna go. Raw showed that it's gonna go. To see it go is just heartbreaking.
I think we're just beating a dead horse right now. I feel like this is going to be a lot of us beating a dead horse.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm not going to talk about it anymore.
I guess we should talk a little bit about the rest of Raw. Bobby Lashley squashed Mustafa Ali. Excuse me. Which this is the second week in a row that Mustafa Ali's been squashed. And again, they need to do right by Bobby.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. They gave him the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal Galactic Trophy that does absolutely nothing for anybody. Everybody who's won it has done nothing. Baron Corbin, Mojo Riley, Big Show, Cesaro. I think those are all the people besides Bobby Lashley this
Jay
Like-
Uso, maybe. Jay
one.
Uso?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like he won it. But still, it's just a prop that's going to be used for Madcap.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Exactly.
Back cap.
It's going to be a prop that's used for and into the end of the month, and then it's just going to go away.
Mm-hmm.
That's usually what happens. But do right by Bobby, please.
Then they had him carry it out on night 2.
Yeah, it's like, oh, the winner. Bro, get that fucking shit out of here. That quick little stupidity. Love Pat McAfee. Love the guy. He didn't need to have a match at WrestleMania against The Miz.
Nah.
Shane McMahon didn't need to have a match against The Miz. Those 2 spots could have been gave to Bobby Lashley and LA Knight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me talk to you.
Because
Ugh, got a feeling
everybody
we
loves
ain't gonna see that guy.
Bobby.
We ain't gonna see that guy no more.
Yeah, he's gonna go back to the maximum male models.
Oh my god.
Like that's that type of stupidity that Vince McMahon thinks will get somebody over and then gets mad when they can't get over. Don't get me wrong. Kind of like the maximum male models. They're fun.
Yeah.
But LA Knight, yeah, is best like just letting him be himself. He's the only person that has faced Bray Wyatt and their fire hasn't diminished.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. That's a good point.
but anyways,
He's about to fuck up King of the Ring.
it really is. Like he
Man, I'm
get a ring with Xavier Woods.
okay. I'm sitting here getting like trying not to cry because I'm thinking about all of the shit that we're gonna miss. We
Bro, he gotta go.
he can't be here. He is not good for wrestling right now. God,
gotta go.
he literally the SummerSlam logo about to change. Like he's about to get back generic. I'm okay. We need to have some little fun because this is depressing. I'm sorry. I'm depressed by this.
Okay, then let me just skip through the rest of
Mhm.
this real quick. Liv Morgan and Rodriguez beat 2 people who weren't even in the turmoil match, the showcase match in Knox and Emma. Whatever. And then the main event was supposed to be Brock Lesnar versus Cody, or Brock Lesnar and Cody versus Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa. During the entrance or the introductions, Brock Lesnar destroys Cody Rhodes.
Okay, now I'm happy again. That was a good moment. I was like, yes, Brock, yes, thank you.
I mean, it was all right, but it still got Vince written all over it.
Yo, no, it definitely had Vince written all over it. I'm just happy that it didn't happen to another black guy because the way that they be playing.
And then I
Yeah.
was just like, even when Brock came out there to join him, I was like, yo, something just isn't right.
Yeah.
And I seen the picture. Somebody said, "Don't shake hands with Brock Lesnar," and it's just a picture of Cody, Cena. I forgot who the other person was, but either way, it don't end well.
Shaking hands with the devil.
Yeah.
But I guess this is the perfect time to shout out 2 people who won, I guess 3 people who won at NXT Stand and Deliver. First, congratulations to Indy Hartwell for winning
Yes.
the women's championship, NXT championship, and then the way came out. Honestly, believe she should be called up, and they just create the way.
Yeah,
Like,
that'd be good
the
for
way should be on.
that'd be good for all of them actually.
Yeah, honestly. Um, Shout out to Wesley who retained his title,
Yeah.
and a big shout out to him, the one who shoots and never
No.
misses, Carmelo mother effing Hayes. Excuse me.
Ooh.
Finally, he has won the NXT Heavyweight Championship. Well deserved,
Oh yeah.
completely deserved, and it
And
was a
we'll never
really
see,
good match.
yeah, and we'll never see Brown Breaker on the main roster. He be sitting there for like 8 months till we forget about him.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Okay.
Seeing-
I kind of got a question about Carmelo.
Mhm.
Does he give you like a little Mr. Perfect vibes? Like everything that he does is just perfect. Like, because every time I see him, it's like, that's too smooth. That's too nice. It's and that arrogance. I just got Mr. Perfect vibes from him. I mean, he's Mr. Perfect 2.0 to me. And I haven't seen a lot from him, but what I've seen, I've been thoroughly impressed. So
I mean, I can see it. I forget. He gives. I can see it's words. A mixture of Mr. Perfect, but with the charisma of like The Rock.
yeah. Okay. I rock with that. I definitely rock with that. I just want to throw that out there.
Oh, yeah,
It's
me
something
too.
that popped into my head. So
I don't. They might have to put Braun Breaker on the cooling blocks for a little bit too because of his dad.
Oh yeah.
Like,
fuck Rick Steiner. That's all I gotta say. I ain't got nothing to say about that.
yeah, that's
I-
just
I-
super fucking rude.
you can
Super
have
fucking deplorable.
your preference. You can have your opinion. There's a bunch of Christians that can respectfully say what they think as I care for you. I think this is a sin and I want you to go to heaven. It's completely misguided and it's completely, but it's a respectful way. For you to spew hatred just shows how much of an idiot you are. That shows how horrible of a person you are. And fuck you, like seriously. Because
Like, Giselle hasn't done nothing to nobody. Hell, granted, I don't watch Impact that much. And last time I saw her wrestle, I was just confused. I was like, who is this Giselle shit? But then just for Rick to just go out, he really went out of his way.
yeah,
And that's what I don't understand is why people feel they need to go out of their way to just be rude and kick other people when they're down.
yeah.
It's like, bro,
They ain't even kicking other people while they're down. It's just kicking other people. Like seriously, because she wasn't doing nothing. Like
Just signing
seriously,
autographs.
and it wasn't even
Yeah.
like it was a person that, oh yeah, I'm a trans and this is the right way to do it. If you don't like it, you're just transphobic and just throwing out all of those things that there are certain people that use it to be divisive. It didn't do none of that to get that type of thing. And even if they did do that, it's just stupid. It's just the hate. How upset are you at your life that you gotta go and just spew hatred in a public event while everybody is having a good time? You may just even off the fact that you made it uncomfortable for everybody. Let's say there's a couple people that agree with you. You just put the spotlight on everybody. You put it on her, you put it on you, and everybody in the middle is forced to try to look away, try not to say anything. And those older people that didn't, the elders that didn't say anything because they just accepted who he is, y'all are part of the problem.
No,
Y'all
even
need.
Chris Jericho was like, Rick Steiner's always been a bully.
Mhm.
But he's finally getting called out about it.
Thank you, Chris Jericho. Shit. You just, but again, the people that didn't say anything, they didn't even tell them, like, yo, this is wrong. It don't make, what are you doing? This person ain't even bothering you. This person ain't saying nothing to you. This person ain't even in your face. Why are you doing this?
He was
Shut up.
literally walking to her table.
Ain't messing with nobody.
Nobody. And I don't give a fuck that you from Michigan. I don't give a fuck that you from Michigan. I don't give a fuck that you think you can kick my ass. Fuck you, Rick.
Yeah, because you're
And that-
old now. And anybody can go down from kicking the balls.
Nigga, all I need to do is just get you by the throat. You grab me and try to slam me. Listen, I got a high pain tolerance. You're gonna need a lot more than punches. I done got my ass whooped for being me. So I ain't afraid to take no ass whooping. But I know that once you are fighting for your life to breathe, there ain't much you can do. So I'm already know where I'm at. So if you think you can kick my ass, please. And I think I'm gonna make this into a short. If you think you can kick my ass, please let me know where you at. I come say, hey, what up to you, and we can get it started. You old ass fart. Fuck you, Rick.
Yeah.
I don't like that hate shit. Fuck you.
And he doesn't even understand that that type of shit blows back on your son, who is a big star and who was on his way, which he still, because, I mean, yes, the sins of the father sometimes lay on the son. I know that's not the right proverb, but still it fits. But he's was probably going to debut on the main roster this week.
Yeah, and that's
I
fucked up.
can definitely see them making him the king of the ring.
Mm-hmm.
But
And that's fucked up because he don't deserve that.
no,
He don't
he doesn't.
deserve that. You just a stupid old man.
Stupid old hated.
I feel sorry for your life. That's how I feel. I feel sorry for your life. That type of hatred, there's something going on with you, and I feel sorry for you. Don't mean anything that you can't take an ass whooping. That's what I'm saying.
But let's try to switch shit up by playing a game called Guess That Wrestler. Well, your boy CT tries to go 4-0, and he is facing Audi, who is trying to go 3-1.
Yeah.
And our host today is the man in the flesh.
Oh, yeah.
He's been waiting for the last 2 weeks.
I hate y'all.
All right.
All right. Well,
Before you start, I gotta name that wrestler. All right. And it's only gonna take one. I only got like one stat for this guy.
oh, Lord.
All right. This guy is an ignorant, stupid old bitch boy of a fart that fucks it up for his son because he doesn't understand. That's a good one, but no. He doesn't understand what decorum is. He's a stupid old man.
Ric Flair.
It works for so many people. I
All these old people with a bunch of assholes.
Yeah, just a whole bunch of old assholes. Man, that generation. Listen, that generation. What is that? They're not Gen X.
No, definitely not. Baby boomers, I believe.
Boomers and Gen X. I think Rick Steiner is around Gen X. He's around the same age as my mom, Gen X. So yeah, y'all got a lot to answer for. Y'all got idiots.
Y'all don't even need to answer. Just shut the fuck up.
Yeah, just
Yes. Yes. Okay. Now I went on my little tangent. Get back to it.
All right.
Okay.
Cool.
First of all,
Five.
yeah,
wrestlers.
okay.
And it's kind of a theme to this, so
You
gotta
shouldn't have
figure
said that. Now it's just gonna be a little easier. So
it out. It's easy. Trying to help you out. Yeah, get it before him. Shoot. Okay. Start with this one. There we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hints. 10 little clues.
Since I'm undefeated, I guess I will say how many guesses I want to go first. Oh wait, am I? Okay, no. Words, thinking, sorry. Brain fart. I'll go 5.
5. All right.
all right. And since I was the one that did the main event right while he got it wrong, I'm gonna go 4.
All right. 4.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. This superstar wrestled in WWF, WCW, and he had a small tent in TNA.
Okay.
All right. He was inducted into WWE Hall of Fame in 2015. Maybe you going back to 2015. Yeah,
Okay.
really should have. All right. That's a good one. He's a 4-time WCW World Heavyweight Champion, a 2-time WWF World Heavyweight Champion, and a 1-time WWF IC Champion.
Okay. Free guess, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Razor.
No.
Okay. All right. Give me guess number 5. I just had to get that thought out of my head.
You mean guess number 4?
Yeah, number 4. Yeah.
Okay. He was also a color commentator at one point.
WCW, WWF, small stint in TNA, 2015, Hall of Famer, and a color commentator. Was it brief his color commentary?
Huh?
Like it was okay. No, that's neither here nor there. That's neither here nor there. So 2015. I'm horrible at remembering dates of who went into the Hall of Fame. I can't really remember. And this again was around the time that I wasn't paying attention to too much wrestling. So the championships. He was 4-time
WCW World Heavyweight Champion.
Okay, 4-time.
2-time WWF World Heavyweight Champion, and 1-time WWF IC Champion.
Okay. So 4 times. WCW. How many 2-time? I mean, how many for World Heavyweight for WWF?
2.
2-time. Okay, so I was right with that.
And 1-time IC Champion for WWF.
Okay. So fuck. I don't have it. Oh, I don't have it. And it's been a long day, so I can't talk my way into just the thought processes. So damn. So when you say WWF, that's just WWF, not WWE too, correct?
Yep, that's correct.
All right. So it was
before they changed over.
So that was around the Attitude Era. So he probably was in the Attitude Era. Okay. I don't think Kurt Hennig was 4-time WCW. He never wanted a world heavyweight champion, if memory serves me correct. So it's not him, but I know he also did commentary. Okay. It definitely wasn't Booker. I'm trying to think of people that did commentary now. Fuck it. I'm throwing this one in. I'm gonna say Diesel, Kevin Nash. Yeah, I know. I couldn't remember.
Thank God, because that was my guess.
Because here's the thing, he ain't never, because I don't know TNA, and then on top of that, you said color commentary. I don't know for what brand. So if it was TNA commentary, I definitely don't know. But go ahead.
It wasn't. But
Okay, cool.
Hold on, I get a free guess.
Mm-hmm.
He had a brief stint in TNA. He's 4-time WWF champion, 2-time WCW. Nope,
no, fuck
opposite
that.
order.
Yep.
Yeah.
What were the other hints?
WWE Hall of Fame 2015. And he was a color commentator. That's 4. So you get your free guess.
Well, I know it's not Matt Stryker.
That guy's awesome, by the way.
Yeah, he really is. WWF and WCW. No, it's not Mankind.
Mm-mm.
Nope, not Jerry Lynn either. Not Taz. Who had?
So I like to see the
Who
struggle.
had? Okay, I'm just gonna throw out a name. I know it's not it, but Jeff Jarrett.
Oop. That's a good guess though.
I know it wasn't because Jeff Jarrett had a long stint.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, TNA, yeah. He won the King of the Ring in 1987.
God damn. That is,
I wasn't even born.
Maybe neither.
I'm old because I was, but I was only 2, so that don't help me none. 87?
Mm-hmm.
I remember none of the King of the Rings from the 80s. Oh, I'm gonna shut the fuck up. I'm gonna shut the fuck up. Come on, man, make this guess so we can get to the lightning round. It's not it.
The Ultimate Warrior.
Nope.
All right, so we in the lightning round.
Yep.
Yep.
Macho Man.
Randy Savage. That's right.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember he was King of the Ring one time. That was like, okay, in the 80s? Yeah. Yeah. I ain't
Yep.
even need another guess.
Couple other hints was his valet was a huge part of his stardom.
Mm-hmm.
He was trained by his father. I didn't know he was actually a second generation pro wrestler.
Yes, he was. Him and his brother.
Yep.
The Professor, Lenny Poffo.
Yeah.
And his first character in wrestling was the Spider, inspired by Spider-Man.
That's what I was like, oh.
Oh, and
No
he
wonder
was,
he was in Spider-Man.
And he was in Spider-Man.
and he starred in multiple movies in the 2000s. That was another hint.
Yeah.
Oh, you should have said he had a rap career.
Yeah.
I couldn't find
Or
that.
he was in Spider-Man.
Nah, that was too easy. The bone saw.
Mhm.
Would have got that.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Well, I got it anyway, so that don't matter.
Wrestler number 2. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 hints for this one.
I'm gonna go 4.
I'm gonna go 5.
All right.
There we go.
All right. This wrestler is the first ever 3rd generation female wrestler in the world. 3rd generation female wrestler.
Okay.
She's the first woman in WWE history to hold both the Divas Championship and the SmackDown Women's Championship.
Okay.
Okay. She was ranked number 20 of the top 50 greatest WWE female superstars of all time in 2021.
Okay. So this is my free guess, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we're going into generations. All right. So third generation. We got. See, I'm horrible with the women names because I mix them up all the time. My guess is that, oh shoot, was it? I mean, she's wrestling. Was wrestling in recent memory, so that means that uh, I'm horrible with names because I think I know who it is, but I don't know if the name is right. Uh oh, okay. So free guess. I'm gonna say Natalia.
Hey, and I heard. Yep.
Yeah, I knew it was Neidhart's daughter. Yeah, you don't even get a chance. Yeah, yeah.
I told you it's easy. She actually is in the Guinness World Record for most appearances on a pay-per-view for a female WWE wrestler, and like
Okay.
2 other ones. Trained in jiu-jitsu, amateur wrestling, and trained in the famous Hart family dungeon. That would have
He
been a great
actually
giveaway.
trains a couple of my buddies down here in Tampa. So shout out to Ariel Dominguez, to Chico Adams.
Chico.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, those are like the biggest two.
Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, we got 10 for this one.
It's on you.
It's on you. You won.
We've been
You won the
going
round.
back and forth.
10.
I mean, I can go. I'm still gonna say 4.
Is it Sean Spears?
No. I thought he gonna be a wonder man. I'll tell you.
I'll do 5 again because I don't think he'll get it in 4.
All right. I mean, he just seen what I did, but okay.
You said 4?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I said 4.
All right. Hit number 1. He was trained by Harley Race and Mr. Perfect Kurt Hennig.
Okay.
All right. He is a 1-time WWE IC champion and a 2-time Raw Tag Team champion.
1-time IC, 2-time Raw tag.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And he is no, not that one. He was a part of the faction Nexus.
Okay. Oh, I have no idea who's in the fucking Nexus other than Wade. God damn it. All right. So he was 1-time IC,
Mm-hmm.
2-time Raw tag.
Yep.
Okay. He was trained by Hardy Race and Mr. Perfect.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Running through the tags real quick. All right. I can't think of I don't see anybody, and I know that this is recent. I mean, not recent, but this is definitely after the brand split. Okay. Fuck it. I'm gonna say Xavier Woods. I need to throw that name out because it's stuck in my head. I know. Okay. Go ahead.
All right. Speaking of Xavier Woods, he made an appearance on Up Up Down Down under the nickname Cold Beer.
I didn't watch Up Down Down. So yeah. All right. But okay. I got nothing. I am going to say that this is You said Raw tag, right?
Yep, 2-time.
2 times.
One-time IC champ.
Mm-hmm. I am running through the mental Rolodex and everything is foggy. So this is not helping me. You son of a bitch. I am fuck it. Because the only other name that comes to me right now is Shorty G. So fuck it. I'm saying Shorty G. I know it's not it, but
Who?
you know who.
I
Shorty
don't know.
G.
I don't know who Shorty
Thank
G is.
you.
Nah, that's Chad Gabe. I don't know what you're talking about. No, Shorty G. What the next is? I don't think he's in WWE by then.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, I didn't even listen. I completely forgot that the Nexus was one of the things that you said because I can't remember anybody on the neck. Oh, now that I got an idea, but all right, go ahead.
So I get a free guess.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. One guess. And you get a
Is
hint.
this person named Joe Hennig, aka Michael McGillicuddy?
AKA Curtis Axel. Yes, yes.
Curtis Axel. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what I say Michael McGillicuddy? That's not it. It's Curtis like ugh.
Was he? No, he was still Michael McGillicuddy. That's his name in Nexus, I think.
Oh yeah. He was Michael McGillicuddy, and then when he joined with Heyman is when I think they changed his name to Curtis Axel.
Yeah. Yep. He once used the angle where he referred to himself as the true winner of the Royal Rumble because he never got eliminated. And he made a cameo in the Marine 5 Battleground. I don't know which one that is, but I think that's one of the ones with the Miz.
Yeah, it was like because it was The Miz, Naomi, Curtis, Bo Dallas, and then one more person was a part of it.
Oh yeah, that sounds familiar. And yeah, third generation superstar. You see the
Okay.
trend.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. I got two more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hints for this one.
I'm going forward.
I'll go 6.
Give it to him, I guess. All right. First hit has wrestled for WCW, WWE, TNA, and AEW.
Okay.
Okay. Has appeared in 13 Royal Rumble matches.
Okay.
He is a 2-time WCW US Heavyweight Champion, a 2-time World Tag Team Champion in WCW, a 3-time IC Champ, a 4-time, or no, not a 4-time, a 9-time Hardcore Champion, and a 1-time WCW 6-man Tag Champion.
WCW had 6-man tag champions.
Yeah, apparently it wasn't around that long.
No, it wasn't.
No, I'm confused. Was that how many was that?
That's 3.
That was 3. You get a free guess.
Okay. He wrestled for WCW, WWE, Impact, and AEW, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's held a couple tag team titles. And the third one was what?
Appeared in 13 Royal Rumble matches.
Yes, old. So. No, because Jake the Snake was in the WWF. So it had to be right after they were bought. Well, no, not right after because they got the F out. A little bit after that. It's not gonna be Christian because Christian was in WCW, wasn't in WCW. I'm trying to think of everybody in AEW. That's why would it be Lance Storm? That was a stupid question. Answer. He's already used Chris Jericho on one of his, so not Chris Jericho. If it's Chris Jericho, then you're double dipping. So I know what. I'm just gonna go on the limb. No, it's not Sting because we've already used Sting as well. Someone who's in AEW and WCW. That's where we gotta. Nope.
Mm-hmm.
You still got one more hint. Take a guess.
Yeah, just get that name that's in your head out.
Kenny Omega.
What the hell? No. One more hint here. Wrestling Observer Newsletter voted him worst gimmick in 1995.
You would. That's all words gimmick shit.
Wow, it's funny.
Oh man, that works. Okay.
The worst gimmick in '95. And I was watching wrestling around that time. I was so young. So young. So very, very young. So super duper young. So unbelievably young. I don't even remember. So I was like 5. No, I wasn't 5. I was 7.
We're gonna do his whole life.
Someone who was there. Okay. Give me 15 seconds to try to think.
Okay, go ahead. I'm about to light this.
I ain't got no stopwatch.
All right, give me all of the hints one more time.
Yep. All right. So wrestled in WCW, WWE, TNA, and AEW. 2-time WCW US heavyweight champion, 2-time world tag team champion, 3-time IC champ, 9-time hardcore champ, and 1-time WCW 6-man tag champion. And appeared in 13 Royal Rumbles and was voted worst gimmick in 1995 by the Wrestling Observer newsletter.
Was it Raven?
Oh,
Raven.
no.
All right.
You get a free guess.
No, I got 6. So
Oh.
you got to give me 5 first before I get my free guess.
I thought you said 5. My bad.
Nah, I said 6.
Yeah, all these dead giveaways. Wait, no, not this one. He's a 4-time Slammy Award winner. Yeah, come meet with that WCW nonsense. I'm bringing out the Slammies.
Shoot. All right. Run through his championships again.
Yep. 2-time WCW US heavyweight champion, 2-time WCW World Tag Team champion, 3-time IC champion, 9-time hardcore champion, and a 1-time WCW 6-man tag team champion.
Okay. So now I gotta run through the hardcore real quick.
That's what I was trying to do as well.
Yeah, because that one is so obscure. It's like, okay.
But then again, and that one sucks too, because like if it's anything like the 24/7 championship, change hands like 57 times, and then the same person wins it right back.
Yeah. It was kind of like that. I remember Crash having this long run, but all right. So you said 95? He had the worst gimmick?
Yep.
All right, so it had to be okay. So I got a free guess.
Yep.
My free guess. Oh, all right. So I don't have to go through this all of them again. Run through the 5 one more time.
Yep. All right. Wrestled for WCW, WWE, TNA, and AEW. Appeared in 13 Royal Rumble matches. 4-time Slammy winner. Worst gimmick 1995 Wrestling Observer newsletter. 2-time WCW US Heavyweight Champ. 2-time WCW World Tag Team Champ. 3-time IC Champ. 9-time Hardcore Champ. And 1-time WCW 6-man Tag Team Champ.
Okay, Jeff Jarrett. I'm throwing that out there.
No. Nope.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Wait, is this the lightning round or
No, I got one more guess.
Okay.
Yeah, one more. Formed a team in WCW, the Texas Broncos.
Texas Broncos.
Yep.
Obscure as hell. Okay. And you said Texas Broncos with WCW?
Yep.
Okay. That is nasty. Okay.
That had to be in the beginning of fucking WCW. Jesus.
It's definitely not in the beginning of WCW. Because in order for that to be, he would have to be in WCW from the very beginning. Because he wasn't.
I mean, it's the beginning. I mean, like when they got to TNT.
Yeah, no, what I'm saying is like for him to be that, he had to be like one of the homegrowns for WCW because he never was in WWF. He was in WWE, which kind of indicates that he like probably started in WWF right before it changed. I'm going through my thought processes helping you. No.
So you better shut up.
Yeah. So Broncos, Texas Broncos. And you said 2 times. Okay, the championship started getting me. Yeah, run through them one more time because this is a lot of numbers and I'm trying to process.
Yep. 2-time WCW US Heavyweight Champion. 2-time World Tag Team Champ. 3-time IC Champ. 9-time Hardcore Champ. And 1-time WCW 6-man Tag Champ.
I had a thought, but he was never really cheap. I am going to say it is I don't have it. Let me get this name out of here because it's been bothering me the entire time. I'm gonna say Christopher Daniels, and we just get into the lightning round. Okay, let's get to the lightning round.
All right. His match was voted Match of the Year in 2019 AEW Double or Nothing.
What? Oh, fucked up. 2019 Double or Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Match of the year.
Yep.
This is voted match of the year.
Yep. Dave Meltzer.
I feel bad. I feel
You
so
should.
bad. I feel
You
so
should.
I was watching
bad.
AEW at that time.
No, you wasn't. And you said what year? 2019, right?
2019. Oh, the only other hand I got here is he's a second generation pro wrestler.
Dusty Rhodes.
Wait, which one?
Dustin Rhodes.
Dustin Rhodes.
Dustin Rhodes.
Yeah, Gold Dust.
Gold Dust. Yeah. Gold
Yeah.
Dust.
Yeah, I forgot
Yeah.
he was. Yeah.
His match with
Yeah.
Cody at Double or Nothing. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not a second generational wrestler.
Sure he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
So yeah, that's whole daddy. What you mean?
Hey, I don't know. Finish the story. This is really part of the story. Wait. I just want to let you know this is the last one, right?
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, I got
You
one
know
more.
what that means, right? You know what that means, right?
He's finally lost.
Yeah, let's finish this out because it's on me. And you said you had how many? Because I'm going for the kill.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 hints.
I'm going 4.
I'm gonna go in 3. No,
Yeah.
just kidding. I'm doing 5.
Oh, okay.
Woo. Nah, I say that for the end. Early in his career, he started off as a referee.
Okay.
Third generation professional wrestler.
Okay.
You said 4?
I said 4. So this is number 3, and you just didn't help me. So hopefully
Okay.
this one helps. Okay.
Probably not. He was part of the faction, the Legacy.
Okay. I got that. I think I got that. I think I got it. Hold on. Okay. It's part of the Legacy.
Mm-hmm.
I almost confused them with Evolution, but Legacy is Cody. Legacy is wasn't Kurt Henderson, or y'all not gonna help me with this. All right. All right, so I'm getting my free guess out of there. Randy Orton.
Randy
Goddamn right.
I thought it was gonna be Ted DiBiase.
Yeah.
You know, I looked at him, Ted DiBiase Jr., but I was like, nah, I gotta do my boy Randy.
Got
Because
to
I was like, second generation. I'm like, oh.
Mm.
No, Ted DiBiase, and I think he's third generation as well.
I think so.
Ooh, I'm pretty sure he is. I don't know who Ted DiBiase Sr. is. No, he's third. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, but you see that, right?
Most appearances on a pay-per-view for a male WWE wrestler. Brother is a comedian, stand-up comedian. Two-time Royal Rumble winner. 10-time WWE. Yeah.
This is his brother.
I ain't write that down.
Okay.
10-time WWE champion, 4-time World Heavyweight champion, 1-time US, 1-time IC champ, and he won the Money in the Bank. I think it was 2013. I didn't put that down, but pretty sure that's it. Yeah, and he was voted Wrestler of the Year in 2009 and 2010.
Oh, okay. That's what's up.
Yeah, that was crazy, Orton. That's when he shaved his head and he was kicking people in the face for no reason.
Putting them. Yeah. So let's get this straight. He did not pick the right person for WrestleMania. And then he finished with the loss. Oh, that record is tarnished.
It's a bad week for wrestling. Leave him alone.
And he was ingrained into the culture. He was a former pro. I got one on a pro. Yes.
Yeah, I'll get one eventually.
It's okay. Wait for me in 2 weeks. I'm gonna just hand it to Chris.
This ain't my fault.
Everything's gonna be WCW and ECW. Good luck.
I'm definitely doing some research.
Yeah, need to.
And everything's gonna be from 2015 Jesus.
Hall of Fame 2015 is cursed.
You're right.
Just look up the class. I'm about to look up the class right now. If there ain't no way I can come with this again.
And everything is going to be slammy, slammy, slammy.
Do the Slammy Awards. Oh man. Oh yeah. So I got mine.
Oh, okay, cool, amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Finally took my first loss. So instead of 4-0, I'm 3-1. That's okay. Still in first place.
You see the heartbreak on his face?
Heartbreak. I'm still in first place.
Yeah, I can't. I got no horse in this race. Your boy 0-3, and I want to talk about it.
How do you guys feel?
Hold on, wait a second. Wait. We tied for first, right?
Yeah, I'm still in first place though. Semantics are semantics.
Yeah, okay. I just had to make sure because I'm like, what was my win coming out? Because I'm bad with keeping track. All right. But I'm on this glorious run. Yeah.
So moving on to a different promotion right now. What do you think is going to be Tony Khan's announcement?
Oh yeah, I just seen that.
Yeah, he got an announcement. His announcement is with the buying of Endeavor. He is now going to free up some slots for some WWE wrestlers that don't want to be there anymore.
I just want to know that with the WWE being bought by Endeavor, I'm just letting you know that, blah, 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's going to announce the dates for their England tour. Or he's going to announce one of the matches for Forbidden Door.
Hopefully he actually says, you know what? We're going to do a tag trio draft. Wherever you are is where you're gonna be. We're gonna clean this shit up. God damn. And I got 15 women on the roster for AEW, and there's only like 3 of them that wrestles for AEW exclusively. A couple of them didn't even wrestle this year, and then most of them are on Ring of Honor. So we're going to clean that up too. Hopefully he's just talking about he's cleaning shit up. Rampage is no more. I'm anything right now. Like Scorpio Sky's back. That's the fuck I want.
That part.
Damn.
But
Chris, what do you think?
No more QTV. Please.
But then I'm also going to tell you the card for tomorrow. We have the Trios Championship on the line when the House of Black takes on Orange Cassidy and the Best Friends.
Orange Cassidy got a belt.
Huh? Yeah, he still has the international belt.
Get out of here.
We have Sammy Guevara versus Commander.
Ooh.
Hook takes on Ethan Page. We're going to hear from the Blackpool Combat Club. It's going to be MJF Day, and this time I think Darby Allin is going to come and have a one-on-one promo against MJF, because last week
was Jungle Boy.
Yeah, Jungle Boy got verbally abused. Then we have our girl Jamie Hater going to be talking to, or Jamie Hater's going to be facing Rio for the AEW Women's Championship. We have Juice Robinson versus Ricky Starks. The Acclaim are finally going to answer the Jazz hoes. about joining the JAS. And then what I believe is going to be the main event, the Guns versus FTR
Lay down.
title versus AEW career. Which, if Audi wants to take credit for his Roman Reigns take, I'm calling it for the Guns versus FTR.
Oh yeah, you deserve it. You called that one. Like seriously, that was even like you said. Even though they signed their contract, they should still do this. So yeah, that was perfect. Yeah. So, and that should be the main event.
Mm-hmm. I am going to ask you guys this question because I brought it up briefly, I believe, last time, but we really didn't talk about it. Somebody had asked if they should take Jade Cargill's TBS title and change it to the women's tag team title.
Nah.
Yeah, I'm not
title.
with that.
Who's she gonna tag with?
Huh?
So who's she gonna tag with? She could lose in a tag team.
Yeah. She could always team with Legla Gray because that's one of her cronies.
Yeah,
But like the reason why I'm like, that though I don't want that to happen, could slightly happen, is because I would rather them do that than bring in the women's tag team titles.
Yeah, I if
Yeah, I can
I
see that.
if I had to choose, no, I still can't go for it because the women's division is so fucked up right now that just adding a belt to it, it ain't cleaning up nothing. It's just it's throwing a band-aid on an open wound. Like it's not help. It's not really helping the situation. Like I was just talking in a group chat with my cousins because I'm they're interested in wrestling again thanks to Wrestlemania. And I was
Not after yesterday.
yeah.
The boys go. I was like, y'all might as well watch on Wednesday.
Yeah. And so we was talking about the women's division, and then I started looking at the women's division, and I was serious when I was like, there's only like 15 that they got on the AEW roster. Mercedes is what is her name? Mercedes Varnado. I mean, not Varnado, Martinez.
Oh, Martinez. Yeah.
Mercedes Martinez is still on there. Was Athena? I was about to call her by her old name. It's still on there. Ain't she Ring of Honor Women's Champion? Like there's a bunch of people that are on the Ring of Honor cards now that are still on the AEW roster, and they don't have people like Marina Shafir. She's not on there at all. Like their whole setup is kind of messed up right now. So for them to
Marina Shafir is facing Taya Valkyrie on Rampage next week.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. They don't have their stuff in order. So to give them a belt, and it's like, okay, you throw that in the belt, you still got to figure out what you're doing for the women's championship. And there's not a group of women that would be like serious tag teams. You got Jamie and Britt. You can do Saraya and Tony.
Those are only like real groups.
Right. But then
there's also Nyla and Marina.
Yeah.
Which they need to put Nyla Rose back on TV.
Yeah, they definitely need to put Nyla Rose back on TV. But
Nyla Rose versus Jamie Hayter would be good.
But even with those three tag teams there, you just you cut your women's division in half almost. So it's like it's not going to really help.
Yeah.
So I can't see it that way. I wouldn't want them to do it. I would want them to get their shit in order. Oh, and then Tay and Anna, that'll be another one that you can do that. But again, shoot, I don't even think I saw Anna Jay on the roster. But that's what I'm saying. Like even there,
Just showed back up, actually.
mm-hmm.
She's going to be helping, as though, yeah, she's going to be helping with the House of Black because she attacked um, Julia Hart when somebody was facing Brody King.
Yeah,
I want to say Daniel Garcia.
yeah, I do remember that. But still not seeing her on the roster. Like I went through like the entire roster on AEW, and it was like they had almost all of the guys on there. But then, I mean, they even still have Sonny Kiss on there, like on the record.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but
When you
when it
said
got
Sonny, I was thinking the Hall of Famer Sonny.
yeah, no, but it's like it don't make sense. Like I think Madison Rain had one match this year. Like
She had a
they
couple.
got it, yeah, they got
Madison
it.
Rain is more player coach.
But
So.
they got what I'm saying is that they got her on the roster. She's not really being utilized, and I know that she's supposed to be utilized on the back end more. But with that, there's a bunch of people that are active that has no matches,
Mhm.
and so they need to fix it
Ooh,
before they
that could
start
also
adding.
be one of his announcements
What?
that they're adding a new show,
Oh yeah, third show.
which they don't
Yeah.
need to do.
No, because their second show is in disarray.
Which then, what you know how to make your second show better? Switch it.
Blow it up and rebrand it.
Oh, I was just
Change the
going to
time.
say change the times. That's really all they got to do.
Yeah.
Because Friday nights at 10 o'clock, that's when people, for the most part, like our age, who do go out, that's about the time that we're leaving.
Yeah.
So, bro, you're gonna have to do it like 6, 7 o'clock
Shit.
because people might
Saturday
Saturday.
morning. No, I'm saying Saturday morning. That will bring in that will handle a lot. Cause a lot of people, even when they watch the stuff at night, you still got all of these people hopping up on YouTube in the morning trying to see what's going on with the rest of the news. If you can have a Saturday morning show, it allow for people like they got little kids that they want to introduce wrestling to. That gives them a whole new opportunity to show them. They could it brings in the children. It will bring in more ad dollars because you can advertise Cinnamon Toast Crunch. You can advertise fruit roll-ups, Slim Jims again. Like you can do all of that in the morning and all of the kids will still buy. So that will add more revenue down. And then
Or
it
I
don't
would
even
hope that they would, or one of the announcements is that it's something along the lines of a AEW network type something.
that's what I'm hoping for.
Like even yeah, it's like you can go back and watch all the old AEW events and potentially the pay-per-views. That'd be something cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you can also watch all of the old Ring of Honor stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like that would help. And then you can give TV spots you can give spots to like New Japan and AAA when they're doing like their major events. That could be a launching portal for them in the Americas. So, I mean, it can go quite a few ways. I mean, even though they probably wouldn't do it because AAA does have a deal with WWE and they're still working out stuff with New Japan and WWE. So it
I
might
think AAA and New Japan don't necessarily care for each other too much, or it could be
yeah,
seen. It's one of
yeah,
those two.
yeah. But with AAA having I gotta find that. I'm gonna bring that article back next week. But the fact that AEW is still working with AAA and AAA having a deal is kind of having a deal with WWE is kind of crazy to me, which is why I
Mhm.
bring it up a lot. But Yeah, I'm hoping that they're getting the streaming service. I can take an HBO Max. I will renew my subscription to HBO Max if I can get that. Shit, I would if y'all could just add it to Funimation, I'd be happy.
I'm
Like,
actually about to get rid of my Funimation.
Demon Slayer about to start.
Yeah, I'm switching it for Crunchyroll.
Say that again.
I'm switching it for Crunchyroll.
They're the same thing though.
Yes and no. There's more stuff on Crunchyroll than there is on Funimation. Funimation
Okay.
only deals with Funimation. Crunchyroll has a wide variety.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm
As
gonna
I
do
said,
that.
after My Hero ended, I would go and get Crunchyroll. My Hero ended last like 2 weeks ago. Then
Okay.
I thought go get
So
Crunchyroll.
I'm a hop on Crunchyroll because Deshaun came to me and was talking about the new season of Demon Slayer. So I'm gonna get that, and then I'm also gonna do the Viz Media
That Saturday.
because they do a lot of manga stuff too. So I'm gonna
Oh,
add that.
did you guys watch the All Access last week?
Nothing.
Nah, I seen little clips in there, here and there.
It really made me like Britt Baker and Adam Cole as a couple. Like,
I'm-
huh?
They're my top couple right now because they don't be putting the shit out on TV like Sammy and Tay. So yeah.
Mhm. Like, basically, the first episode was them dealing with Thunder Rosa and the whole thing about Tony Storm being an interim champion. The only thing I don't technically like about it is that right now, Tony Storm and Soraya are beefing with um, Britt and Jamie Hayter.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of cutting kayfabe, but it is slightly before
Yeah.
everything went down.
All of this was recorded beforehand. But it may
Um,
open up to where Thunder Rosa teams up with Jamie and Britt. I know there's beef there, but you know.
Not the way that Britt was talking about.
So
Thunder
well,
Rosa.
it was months ago too. So they might add
Yeah, and
extra
they did
episodes.
like smooth it over supposedly. And it had to deal with Kyle O'Reilly talking to Adam Cole about like his injuries and stuff. It was a lot of Britt Baker talking about Adam Cole for the most part.
Okay.
There was a little bit of Sammy and Ty, and they did not talk about everything that happened at All Out. The Bucks were just like, yeah, we don't want to talk about it.
Nah, get out of here with
It's
that.
going to tarnish our legacy. And I'm like, yeah, because y'all motherfuckers were in the wrong.
Yeah.
Everybody was in the wrong. We'll
True.
go through this
Yeah.
again.
All right.
Punk still ain't here.
And
Braun Breaker attacked Carmelo Hayes.
ooh,
You gonna turn him heel?
yeah.
I think they're going to have probably one more blow off match, and then he's going to go to the main roster.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And I guess the last thing that we could talk about, because we wouldn't be right if we don't talk about this, the Super Card of Honor.
Yes, that's what else I wanted to bring up. Oh, yeah, we can bring that up, and then I'll bring up the whole thing with our girl Bailey.
Okay.
How do you think everything is with Brian Cage, seeing that he won and he retained the trios title?
I would think that I don't know, because if the contract's not done and he's operating in good faith, that's cool. But I expect him to be losing it very soon if he really wants to make a move. But Tony has a history of working people without contracts. So I don't think that it'd be a dumb move. I think that with that, it's been a good business that he's been dealing in. So I think that Brian Cage, in the next couple of weeks, probably on a Dynamite or a Rampage episode, he drops it. And he's able to move on. But hopefully the contract will be done and we ain't got to worry about none of this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Look at this card. God.
Yeah,
I miss Takeshita versus Willie Mack. Hold on.
yeah,
Yeah, that was on 0 hour. Whew.
Yeah. I'm about to watch
yeah,
that.
yeah.
That was a pretty little nice little show 'em right there.
Okay. I
Um,
actually missed this, so I got to go back and watch it.
Praise up to Dante Martin.
Yeah,
yes, like
Yeah.
they cannot catch a break, pun intended.
yeah, yeah, definitely. So now
Like I
he's
don't know
down.
exactly what happened. I know I saw the video, but I don't know the extent of his injury.
I don't know. It looked nasty.
Yeah,
That's
it
all I
Yeah,
did.
know.
but that
It,
like people hate when Jim Cornette like talks bad about current wrestling, but honestly, that type of spot,
Yeah. What's the point?
like there's a time to do things, and then there's some stuff that really doesn't need to be done. That's one of those things that just really didn't need to happen.
Yeah.
I don't know because I feel I'm conflicted by it because if it went off without a problem, it'd have probably been one of the craziest moves that we've seen.
Oh no, it would still have been the craziest move, but I still would have been like,
Yeah,
it's
but
pointless.
there's there's a lot of stuff that goes on in wrestling now that is normal that people thought back then was pointless. And for this dude that is willing to risk it because he loves it, I'm not going to be like, yeah, that was pointless because the shit, even the move like the Canadian Destroyer was like, there's a sick move. It was kind of dangerous when they was first doing it, trying to figure it out. But once everybody got the hang of it, it was like, okay.
No, it was an awesome move when Petey
I
Williams
was just about to say.
I
was
mean,
doing it.
yeah, no,
Because
it was,
no one kicked out of the Canadian Destroyer when Petey Williams was
yeah,
hitting it.
but you,
Now everybody else can just,
yeah,
it's a transitional move.
now right. But when, but
Not
when,
what Petey did it.
but when they do it, or like when Edge is spearing off a ladder and stuff like that, like those amazing spots that run the risk of high damage, it's like, back then is this is dangerous. Y'all don't need to be doing it, and then it becomes par for the course, and people forget about it. So he could be the innovator of offense, of high flying offense. I just hope that he rehearses. I don't want to say rehearse like before that, but don't let it be in a move off the fly. Practice it.
Mhm.
There's people that be doing dangerous as trampoline flips on the walls and shit that they be busting their head and everything, and they try to take safety precautions to make sure that when they actually go in to compete, they know what they're doing. Like it's great to say, "Oh, this would look nice," but let's practice it because when you practice it and you know you got it, when it goes off, people just will look in shock and awe of how amazing that move was.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, and this is the last thing I'm gonna say. It's kind of like the slam dunk competition. Niggas that go up there because they know that they can dunk and they just go up and try to just do regular dunks. It's a hell of a lot different than a person that been in a gym for 15 hours doing a 360 reverse windmill over somebody's head, just see if it works. Doing it for 15 hours to finally get it, and they'd be like, all right, I'm gonna break this move out. It's just a lot different. And that's really what makes the greats the great. You could be amazing, but focus on being great.
So for the Super Card of Honor card, the main card, we had El Hijo El. Damn, I can't say his name right, and I'm trying to learn Spanish right now. Hijo del Vikingo versus Commander. Vikingo ended up winning. That was a lucha spot, like lucha match, if
Yeah.
there is one.
Yeah, it was for the AAA Mega Championship.
Mhm. We had the trios title, or the the ROH six-man championship, the Embassy versus AR Fox, Blake Christian, and Metalik, which I kind of knew the Embassy was going to win because just like you were saying with AEW, it's just three random guys who got put together.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then it's just weird to see how this is all going to go. We had Athena versus Yuka Suzaki. Yeah,
Sakazaki.
Yeah, there we go. I need to work on my Japanese too. Athena got the win for that one. You know, Athena's still on her I'm a bad guy.
Yeah.
You're a bad girl. I mean, she does the moves well. It's just I feel like she's doing like overselling her bad guy-ish.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah.
We had Samoa Joe versus Mark Briscoe for the ROH TV Championship. Everybody thought that Mark Briscoe was going to win because of everything going on, but that's not what happened. It was Samoa Joe who got the victory by a referee's stoppage. And I don't think Mark Briscoe has ever beat Samoa Joe one-on-one.
Yeah.
So we had Hiroshi Tanahashi versus Daniel motherfucking Garcia.
What the
That
hell?
I saw the stuff on Twitter on it. That was good. That was a really, really good match. You can never go wrong with Tanahashi, and they're setting the seeds for Forbidden Door right now.
Oh yeah.
We had the Reach for the Sky tag team ladder match, where it was like we were talking about Aussie Open, Top Flight, The Kingdom, LFI, and the Lucha Brothers. Lucha Brothers ended up getting the victory. Again, prayers up to Dante Martin that he gets better.
Yeah. So Lucha Brothers and AEW group is Ring of Honor champions. This is the stuff that I'm talking about. This is
Should have gave it to the
frustrating.
Kingdom.
Yeah.
I honestly think that AEW should treat ROH sort of how WWE treats NXT.
Yeah.
Like all your younger talent, have them go work ROH. You still have some of your top like veteran wrestlers work ROH, but it's mainly to give the younger people the time that they need.
Yep.
Yeah.
But then for the Pure Championship, we had Wheeler Yuta versus Bada.
Man, I heard about this match.
This is another really good.
He never go wrong with Shibata.
Never.
And he won? Oh.
Yeah. Shibata is our new Pure Champion.
Yeah.
So, you know, everybody's going to be mad. But no, Shibata won with the PK kick.
Mm-hmm.
Like I really want to get Honor Club just so I can watch that match back. I really do.
Yeah.
And then in the main event, it was Claudio Castagnoli versus Eddie Kingston for the ROH World Championship. Claudio ended up winning the match.
Could have gave it to Eddie. Especially if Cardio gonna be on AEW tomorrow.
Yeah, that's the only thing. It's like the BCC are one of your big groups, and they are somewhat about to be involved with the elite. So yeah, there's no could have just gave it to Eddie. Let Eddie be the face, because as much as Claudio is like a really, really, really good wrestler, Eddie Kingston has that ability to get the crowd going. He has a way of his promo skills are a lot better than Claudio, and he can just sell a fight a little bit more. And
Yeah.
I don't think no one is watching ROH anymore to see Claudio. They would go and see like, oh, who's Kingston going to face? I can definitely see that. So I don't know.
Yeah.
But that was the end of Supercard of Honor. Real quick, I wanted to talk about what do you guys think is happening with Bailey?
She might be out of there.
I think she's just taking a break. Take a one step back. And with Vince in full power, she could pull a Mercedes.
Supposedly, Charlotte wants to take a break as well,
Oh yeah.
which is crazy because then she just come back.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
did.
Beat Ronda.
And then
Oh, main event at WrestleMania. And she said she
Yeah.
wanted to be going to bodybuilding and travel the world with Andrade.
which him and Malachi Black were at the Hall of Fame.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, Andrade talking to Ric Flair.
That is so crazy that they was at the Hall of Fame and everybody knows it and nobody made a big deal of it, but somehow Ricky Stark just had a big deal made out of it. Like, okay, so I don't know what y'all doing, but all right, I see y'all. I see y'all.
I seen Rhea in between Dom and Buddy Murphy.
Here's the kicker though, because Buddy was like, Aaliyah was right next to him.
Oh. Oh, I see that part. That's funny.
So that's why I posted the Mysterio love triangle on our thing.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Oh man. Okay. Is there anything else?
Mm-mm.
All right.
I ain't heard nothing about SmackDown. Nothing.
Yeah.
For last week?
No,
Or
for
this
this
week?
upcoming week.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, we would probably get some news, but no, that's no more of that. All right, but with that, another episode's in the books. Yeah, yeah. I've been guessing at WrestleMania right for over a month, and I beat CT. So you know how that goes. You know how that goes. When it rains, it pours, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Ain't got
Yeah.
good. Like,
If you're in Michigan, it rains, it pours, then it starts snowing.
yeah.
Out here in Florida.
Yeah, all right. All right,
Yeah.
but nobody told you that they love you. I love you. Nobody said that you were awesome. I'm telling you that you're awesome. Everything is only temporary. Everything comes in ebbs and flows. And it's to make you a better person. It is to let you learn so you can not make the same mistakes, so you can become better. So with this, take the lessons, learn it, take the good moments and enjoy it. Bless you. Take the good moments and enjoy it, because they don't last either. So till next time, I want you to do what it is that you love doing. That is talking, participating, watching, guessing WrestleMania right, beating CT, and name that wrestler.
Praying
And every
Vince
other
McMahon
thing.
leaves.
Praying Vince McMahon leaves, and everything else that has anything to do with wrestling. See y'all later. Good night.
Peace.
Peace.